The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful day. This is the kind of day we're going to be hoping for Looney Days. Looney Days is coming up. It's right around the corner. You are not going to want to miss it this year. There's just a lot of opportunities for a lot of fun things. You see, I got my Looney Day gear on. There's T-shirts. Digger's got his T-shirt on. I'm with the Wiener Dog King right here, Digger Anderson, who promotes, who organizes, who just does everything Wiener Dogs, and he has brought the Wiener Dog Nationals 2024 here to Vergas this year. And Digger, I'm going to turn it over to you and tell me what you got going on.
Okay, here we go. 2024 Wiener Dog Nationals at Looney Days is a huge event. I mean, we're expecting probably a couple thousand, maybe 3,000 spectators. We've already got 45 Wiener Dogs registered from a half a dozen states. I just suspect we'll end up with around 75 Wiener Dogs when it's all said and done. This thing is huge. I mean, it started back in 2013 when I was sitting around the Looney Days committee one day, and they said, we need something fresh. We need a new idea, something to bring people to town. And I said, well, why don't we do a Wiener Dog race? They looked at me and said, Digger, why don't you go back to the bar? I mean, you need to go back to Billy's.
We thought you came from Billy's.
Yeah, well, I had. So, but I said, seriously, I've done these Wiener Dog races down in St. Paul Oktoberfest. I've done them at the Savage American Legion, and they really draw a lot of people in. I thought, let's give it a try. You guys don't have to do nothing. I'll just take the event. I got a list of people that I can contact. I'll put it together. Just let me try it. Well, we tried it the first year, and it was okay. We had quite a few dogs, and the Looney Days committee says, maybe we should try that again next year. Well, here we are some 12 years later, bringing in bleachers from Minneapolis that seat, well, they're 45 foot long and 10 rows high. We're bringing in 2 sets of those from Minneapolis. We haul in bleachers from Frazee. We haul in bleachers here from Vergas, surrounding this 105 foot long track with seating for probably around 1,800 people. Plus, we've got ground seating around the track for the kids this year. That's something new as well, where the kids can sit on their hinders around the track and watch the races, no standing. That way the adults that are behind are able to see the races. Like I say, this is really a big event. It's a family fun event. Lots of wiener jokes get thrown around so the kids can kind of smirk. The moms will blush just a hair. But we have an awful lot of fun. And that's what it's all about. It's the fun of Vergas, fun of Looney Days, and fun of Wiener Dog races. It's just a blast.
From the community club, Digger, I think every year when we have our wrap-up meeting, people just love the Wiener Dog races. But what had gotten said for the last couple years is the fact that they come down there and they can't see it. And I just love that you're addressing that this year. Tell us a little bit more about the new track and stuff.
Well, that was a real big problem with people not being able to see. They were lined up 8 or 9 deep around the track, and we knew we had to do something about it. So we met last September, right after Looney Days, and we were out here in this very field trying to come up with different ideas, things that we could do. What we ended up doing is making the track about 50% longer, about 50% wider. That gives us more perimeter room around the outside of the track. And then I said, maybe we need to buy some bleachers. Well, buying bleachers was quite expensive, but one of our volunteers and we've got a group of like 25, 30 volunteers that does this Wiener Dog race. I mean, it's not just me. Don't get the wrong idea. I've got 25, 30 people that help me with this. And really, most of them have been with me since 2013. I mean, they're so committed to this Wiener Dog race. And now it's just kind of like clockwork. But one of those volunteers says, hey, I know a place down in Big Lake, Minnesota that rents bleachers. They do them for like Hockey Day, Minnesota, and stuff like that. Let me look into it. He looked into it and turned the information over to me, and I got a hold of him. Well, hence, they're coming up here on Saturday morning. They're driving up here with 2 sets of bleachers. Putting in ground seating all the way around. We've got 80 chairs that we're bringing in. They used to be at the community club. Long and short of it, the Vergas Community Club has them now. They used to be at the community center. We have them now, so those will be set up around the track. With the ground seating for the kids, we've got 2 great big sets of bleachers, 3 sets of bleachers for Frazee, 2 sets of bleachers for Vergas. I think that we're going to have the seating problem resolved this year. Knock on wood. We sure hope so.
I love that. And I just, when you have an event like that everybody wants to see, you just have to try to accommodate it. So we're doing everything that we possibly can. Now, if I have a wiener dog, how do I get it registered? What do I do?
Well, all you got to do is show up that morning. The races start at 9 o'clock. Registration starts at 8. I suggest that you maybe get here a little bit before 8. If you don't have a full-bred wiener dog, that's okay. We kind of close our eyes a little bit and let little dogs in too. So as long as it's a small dog, about the size of a wiener dog, short legs, no black labs, no Great Danes. But as long as it's a short-legged dog, that's fine. We'll let them come on in and race. You register right there at the track. And one of the really cool things is, let me show you this. Sponsor of our race is Forest Edge Gallery out here just outside of Vergas. Patrick Shannon, who many of you are familiar with, is a wonderful artist, makes some fantastic artwork, metal pieces. He donates these trophies to us for the race. And this happens to be the championship trophy here, the largest trophy. But I tell you what, even the second and the third place are wonderful trophies. And then there's 3 other ones that look just like this, but a little bit smaller. And we use those for door prizes. So just because you don't have the fastest wiener in the race doesn't mean you can't walk away with one of these beautiful trophies, because we just draw out of all of the entrants, we'll draw 3 names, and each of those 3 people will walk away with one of these trophies. So absolutely beautiful, and I can't thank Forest Edge Gallery enough for helping us out and sponsoring the race now for the last several years. So it's just really much appreciated.
So I think a lot of people, when they come, that's definitely something that they're after, but it's just kind of a fun family event too. And if they don't get one of these, they can go home with one of these. Tell us about your t-shirts, Digger.
We've got Wiener Dog Nationals t-shirts. Believe me, I've got Wiener Dog Nationals t-shirts. You can get them at Billy's, you can get them at the hardware store, you can get them at Ditterick's, you can get them at Summers Construction, or you can buy them race day if I've got any left. They're selling quite quickly, but right now I've still got all sizes from 2 toddler all the way up to 4 extra large. But they are selling quite rapidly, so I suggest that you, if you're interested in a shirt, pick it up before Looney Days. They're $20. Can't beat them. They're a really, really nice shirt. Besides that, the Nationals 2024 Wiener Dog Nationals at Looney Days, NWDRA, that's the National Wiener Dog Racing Association for those of you at home. We have a lot of fun with this, guys.
We do have a lot of fun with it, and the fact that it's not the Nationals every year, and so and so this is the year that you're going to want to be able to get your T-shirt. You're going to want to come to town. There's just so much that goes on for Looney Days, but I would really say that this is our signature event.
Well, it's turned into that. I think in 2013, when you told me to go back to Billy's, nobody thought it was going to be, but we worked really, really hard on this. And, the community club has supported it. All the volunteers that helped me with this thing every single year, from getting the track ready to hauling the bleachers. I mean, this takes a lot of work to pull something off like this. A lot of people ask, how do these wiener dogs race? And let me share just a second how it works. Because it takes 2 owners to do this race, and the track is 80 feet long from start line to finish line. We've got 1 owner at the finish line, and that owner is going to be holding like the dog's favorite treat, or maybe a squeaky toy or a ball or something like that. That owner at the finish line is going to use that to bribe the wiener down the track. Then the other owners at the starting line, they get a good grip on their wiener, hold it really tightly there at the starting line. And when I say ready, set, go, that wiener shoots out of the starting line down the track. They have to wait. We don't want it to jump out prematurely, because they have to wait till I say go. Then the motor lets it go and it sprints down the track, usually to the owner. Sometimes they just turn around and sniff each other. And then that makes the race a little bit longer, but usually they race down the track. I had somebody else ask me this morning, what's the funniest thing that you've seen happen, somebody racing down the track? Our 2-time defending champion is a dog by the name of Stella. She's down by St. Cloud, and Stella has separation anxiety. They put her mom down on the mom dog on the end of the track. Dad is at the starting line. Dad is at the ready, set, go. Mom says, "Bye, Stella." And Stella takes off down the track because she doesn't want to miss her mom. Mom's leaving and she's got to get there. 2-time defending champion, and she's be back to defend again this year.
So it sounds like they've got to figure it out. Well, Digger, there's just absolutely no way that anybody can understand it completely unless they come and watch it. And so on August 9th, August 8th. August 8th is when Looney Day starts, and so it's 8th through the 11th. It's the whole weekend long, but the signature Wiener Dog racing is on August 10th, 9 o'clock in the morning. Come early. You're going to want to, enter your dog, and you're going to. The thing I'd like to figure out, Digger, to just kind of tie this all together, how can you make those Wiener Dogs do a loon call?
What? My Gus, whenever I left the house, he would howl, and it almost sounded like a loon. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, the Lions Club will have breakfast sandwiches at the track. Otter Coffee's going to have coffee there, and I think the bakery's going to have doggy treats there as well. So you don't have to eat before you come. You can eat right on site. You can get coffee right on site. Everything will be right here at the track this year. That's also new, just like the bleachers.
Awesome. Wiener Dog Nationals 2024, August 10th. Make sure you're in Vergas. Thanks, Digger.
Thanks, everybody. See you on Saturday the 10th.